entering Sequoia National Park. Sequoia National Park. It's so windy. It's like 30 minutes of driving these 10-mile-an-hour, 50-mile-an-hour turns coming up here. There's those cars. Parked at the overflow parking, walking to the giant forest museum. Back in our garb, baby.
Yeah.
Such amazing flowers. They're so pretty too. Look at them. Okay, climbing up to the viewpoint on Moro Rock. About 20 minutes left.
Love this. Off the bypass, off the bypass. Probably some of us, we're gonna have the chance to stay here inside the park tonight. And from here, you're gonna have the opportunity to see the stars at night. And it looks amazing. It seems like you can reach the stars with your hands. Wow. But do you know that just to cross our Milky Way from one side to the other, you need 100,000 years just to cross our Milky Way? And that's not to 60 or 70. Even if our life is kind of short compared to the Sequoia or compared to the Milky Way, our life is beautiful. But it all depends how you see it. There are some of us that we're gonna come to Sequoias, and the only thing that we're gonna see is gonna be just a big tree. And we're just gonna come back to wherever we came from, and the only thing that we saw was a big tree. But there is a difference between to look and to observe. When you look something, you just continue your way without really paying too much attention to things. But when you observe, you take the time to really appreciate and to think about. For example, why these trees, they've been here for more than 3,000 years? Why? Why is that the roots are so small? Well, and it's gonna be the same thing with our life. We can just go through life without really getting to the sense of life, or we can take the time to really appreciate every day of our life. But it all depends how you see things in life. 100 years ago, when they had a fire here in the forest, they tried to stop the fire because they thought that it was something negative for the forest. When we think about fire, sometimes we only think about destruction. But then they noticed that they didn't have new sequoias and new pines growing up. So they said, well, probably we're doing something wrong. We're gonna allow the fire to continue. And that's what they did. And you know what happened after the fire? Yes, after the fire, they noticed that they had new sequoias and new pines growing up. But why? One of the reasons is because the cones of the sequoia and the cones of the pines are very hard to open. They need the fire. The fire kind of breaks the cone, And after the fire, they are covered with some of the debris and some of the soil, and now they can start to grow. So instead of being something negative, it's something positive. But it took them a little while to figure that out. Only 100 years. So many things to learn in life, so little time, but life is beautiful.
So our shuttle driver told us that the bark is that orangish color to protect it from beetles. It doesn't get the kind of bugs and green stuff that other pines do, and that's why it lasts so long. It appears that this one's a triple. Cool. That's that triple. Yes, with trees.
It's not so hot